Hey, don't touch that! Not unless you think you're tough enough to track down the man I'm hunting. Everything I know is in that logbook. I'd find him myself if I had the money to get back on the waves. But for now, I'm just another landlubber selling tours.
Ah, Captain Capsize. I see you've already settled in and started making friends.
I don't want friends. What I want is someone willing to drag that pirate pretender back to reality. Then he can have a long and meaningful conversation with the sole of my boot.
Which won't happen unless you take the time to explain our situation. A while ago, I invited a pirate named Guybrush Threepwood and his wife Elaine to celebrate their honeymoon here on the Sea of Thieves.
You mean a fraud named Guybrush Threepwood? Though I'd also accept liar, imposter, figurehead thief.
Guybrush accepted my invitation, but his ship never arrived. After a while, I began to fear the worst. So I began making inquiries in the Sea of the Damned.
And found me stuck there, sailing in circles in my old glass-bottomed boat. Something that looked like it anyway.
A memory of yours made real by the Sea of the Damned. In that realm, people and places from long ago can come back to haunt you, mingling with all the hopes and dreams in your heart. I fear that Guybrush has become trapped in memories of his own. Memories of a distant pirate sanctuary known as Melee Island. If he is not rescued, he will remain sealed in a dream world for all eternity, surrounded by fragments of his past. That is why I have asked Kate to recruit pirates who are both willing and able to broach the Sea of the Damned and save Guybrush.
And then everybody here will see what a pathetic dope he really is. It's a good plan. Think they can pull it off?
I believe they can. Kate learned of Guybrush's whereabouts, but was never able to reach him. You will be sailing into uncharted territory. On Melee Island, things may be very different from the Sea of Thieves you know.
Which is why you should take my logbook. But don't lose it. Once Threepwood has been rescued, I'm going to make him eat every last page.
You should keep an open mind, Kate. Out here, enemies can enter the same tavern and depart as friends.
When it comes to Guybrush Threepwood, I don't need an open mind. Only a closed fist. Well, don't just stand there. Sail through that archway and find Threepwood. The logbook I gave you has everything you need to know.
Dear Diary. Wow, what an incredible end to an amazing adventure. I outwitted the evil pirate LeChuck, caused an avalanche, kinda, and lived to tell the tale. Even better, Elaine and I finally got married, and all of our friends were there too. I don't think we've ever been happier. Now all we have to do is set a course and begin our honeymoon, sailing on the Sea of Thieves. To get there, we have to pass through the Devil's Shroud. Elaine says it's no big deal so long as we follow the map, but I don't know. I miss seeing the stars. I had the nightmare again. I wake up in our cabin. Elaine is gone. And at the end of my bed, LeChuck is there, laughing at me. It's crazy, I know. I left him buried back on Monkey Island, but why does it feel so real? I can almost hear the laughter. But when I did get back to sleep, I had a very different dream. I was back where it all began, on my quest to become a legendary pirate. Back at the start of my very first adventure.
Ahoy there, stranger. New in town? Our governor is none other than the legend. His mansion is on the other side of town. Because the governor's a busy man, that's why. Caught up writing his memoirs. It's the come to think of it, it's also the first book ever published on Melee. You should talk to the...
Try that again, and you'll be joining the devil for supper.
Is that fresh meat I spy? Tremble, mortal, before the mighty skulls of scum.
It's been longer than a rat's tail since I last set me sockets on a would-be pirate, though I could swear we've crossed paths before. But never mind all that. You'll be here to undertake the 3 trials, I'll wager.
The 3 trials! Aye, that takes me back. I want to be a mighty pirate. Where do I collect me hat?
Well, if you're here to prove your worth to us, too bad. We're no longer in charge around here. Aye, and what would be the point? There's not a pirate wannabe alive who could hold a candle to the legend of Monkey Island.
No, please, not the speech again.
The mightiest pirate ever weigh anchor!
Scourge of the Caribbean, terror of the Tri-Island territories, master of 1,000 insults.
A man who would hold his breath for 60 minutes. Governor Guy Rush Threepwood.
All that toasting of the governor's made me thirsty.
Time for some more grog! 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 Grog!
Back again? You're persistent, I'll give you that. Decided to chance your luck with the governor's guards, eh? Well, you can't miss. Head up, through town, and through the archway below the clock tower to find a cliffside. You might think so, but the fact of the matter is that the guards will turn you away unless you've got an official. Now, I don't know where you'd go about acquiring such a thing, but there's... You mean purveyors of tea, silks, that sort of thing? The pirates gotta eat, though, so we do take in shipments of goods from other islands. One of them's... Ha! What do I look like, a merchant? All I know is the governor keeps this place running just fine. We're never wanted for... If you're peckish and low on funds, you could always find a fishing rod. See if you can't catch some supper that way. Each of us underwent the 3 trials way back when and became mighty pirates. Well, but since you ask, I'll let you in on a little secret. The trick of be... That's why we took the best table in the house. Well, there's no need to be like that about it. There's plenty of other pirates who wish they thought of it. Pay him no heed or he'll talk your ear off all night. Claims to hail from somewhere called Sailor's Grave, wherever. Only when he starts up with a shanty. I never heard. He claims it's the best he can do on account of lacking a full set of vocal cords.
Back so soon? You've plenty of questions, I'll be bound. Tests by which a pirate might prove themselves worthy of the title. There were 3 to be faced, spread across Melee Island. Trouble was, once word began to spread about the legend of Monkey Island and all that it accomplished, that we did. But no matter how dangerous, deceitful, and eventually nobody could manage to He may not look it, but Governor Threepwood has the strength and stamina of 10 men. He's the champion of both arcaba tossing and when it comes to his skill with a blade, That's a trick you'll get to learn if and when the governor judges you to be a devastating witticism delivered at just the right moment can throw your opponent off balance. They say the name Scum comes from a language invented by one of the first and most influential pirates. Some called him a genius, others a maniac. His knowledge and wit, who can say, if it hadn't been for the drive and vision of those pirate pioneers. Elaine Marley was her name. Back before she became Mrs. Elaine Marley Threepwood, she was a fine leader, and just as fine a match, that's putting it mildly. When Elaine invited him for dinner, LeChuck was instantly, needless to say, but that was a long time.
That's for kitchen staff only. Hey, you shouldn't be back here because it's the rules, that's why. Customers stay out front where they can't mess everything up. Oh, right. Well, I want something fiery and hearty. Tough. Too bad I'm still missing one of the ingredients. Yeah, in the barrel. But don't think you can just go helping yourself. It's the expensive extras. I got a batch of it in stock in case the legend of Monkey Island ever stops by for it. But you need a strong stomach for the stuff, or you'll be out cold. Can't help you there. I've just hired a new assistant, and they should be starting today. Assuming they don't know what the delay is all about. But I hope they remember to pick up their uniform from the general store. I've had it reserved all week. Of course it matters. Cooking's a messy business, and you need to look the part. As soon as they arrive, I'm going on my break.
Sorry, but these items here, they're display models. Now, hey, it's not my fault these Legend of Monkey Island action figures are hot property. My latest shipment got sunk down at the docks just as it arrived. Oh, then you need an exclusive Legend of Monkey Island meet and greet ticket, one of which I just so happen to have. Only one in existence. But I can tell just by looking at you that you can't afford such a sought-after item. Maybe we can work out some kind of deal. Tell you what, if you can bring me my missing cargo, I'll not only give you the ticket free of charge, I'll be able to sell you some other memento.
And where do you think you're going? Yeah, you and everyone else on the island. The governor's mansion is off limits to anyone who hasn't got an official invitation. If you can't show me something to prove you're expected, you can turn right back around and...
Ahoy there, fancy pants. Keep your hands off the display cases. I just polished them. Well, all my wares are right here on display, save for the reserve stuff. Feel free to... You don't suppose correctly. I deal in pieces of eight. And before you ask, no, I don't offer credit. Find me some silver or... Nice try. But I don't think so. This... Oh, so you're the new cook for the Scum Bar. Nice job burning down that cargo ship. Well, the costume was never paid for, so if you still have a job to go to, you'll need to settle the bill. Now, you best hurry before somebody else makes... there's a chest over there you can use to change clothes. Free of charge for paying customers. What? Turn my back so you can pocket whatever's in my safe? Whew, you must think I was born yesterday. That's a special order. Some kind of cook uniform for the scum. That's the mighty pirate sword used. I got some fresh stock coming in. Those are fuses. You just put... That's the rubber chicken with a pulley. It's modeled on the famous contraption you...
Are you a visitor? It's been so long since I've had anyone but Captain Cook. Oh, there was a little misunderstanding after I came back from Monkey Island. I came in a little too fast and smashed up the jetty, but it wasn't my fault! You ever try to sail a galleon crewed entirely by monkeys? They emptied out my banana. Sure have. But it's okay. I'm good friends with the legend of... I'm sure he'll be along to let me out. Just as soon as he's finished his important... And it's not like I'm alone this time. Captain Coco and I keep one another company. Where? Oh, no. That's Captain Coco. He was my first mate on our journey back from Monkey Island. Say hello, Captain Coco.
Hello.
Oh, it's simple. Captain Coco and I met back when I was stranded. Our monkey
And we've been inseparable.
Hey! I don't know how it is where you come. That would be great! But I don't know how you would. The sheriff has all the keys.
I don't know, Otis. Those locks look pretty rusty.
That is a great idea! Captain Coco, you are a...
Oh, shucks. You say the nicest thing. Good luck.
Hey, that's my cargo. I thought it'd be fish food by now. Looks like I'm back in business. This meet and greet ticket will get you an audience with the legend of Monkey Island. Only one in existence, but I'd say you've earned it.
And where do you think you're going? Oh, yeah? Let me see that. Seems genuine. There. I booked you in for the next available session. Come back and speak to my colleague after the clock strikes. Like that'll happen anytime soon. That clock tower has... Yeah, you and... The governor's mansion is off limits to anyone...
Hey, you! Yeah, you! Want to see something hilarious? There's a pack of piranha poodles in this alley that can't stand the sound of this thing. Watch. Oh, what's the matter? Can't you reach your lovely pony, did All right, that's enough, you mangy mutts. Go lay down. I said that's enough. We guard the governor now, not you pathetic pooches. So get used to it. Now move along and don't start any trouble. I'm on break.
It's an alleyway. Not too glamorous, but I guess they have their uses. This one seems oddly mysterious.
Hey, get your own snacks, you thieving pirate wannabe. Those'll burn a hole in your tongue.
Ahoy there! Fancy pants.
Wait just a second. By order of the governor, a mischievous post. That means this shop is...
I don't think so, stranger. And since I don't see no uniform, and you also look like you're alive, I'm...
Oh, those poor doggies. I can't help it. There's just something about these guys that cracks me up. The governor's guard dogs get tormented by the guards, you see. They've lost all the fire in their little bellies. I bet if they scarfed down a hearty meal, they'd soon be back to their nasty old selves. Of course we do. My favorite is the old top-up. What you do, see, you wait for your shipmate to get distracted. Then you pour some grog from your tankard into theirs without them catching you. They'll be snoring before you know it. That's when you sneak away and leave them to foot the bill.
Yikes! Don't sneak up on me like that. My job, that's what. I'm the official lookout of Melee Island. It's my job to keep an eye out for storms, incoming ships, and so on, and report them directly to the governor. Your ship. No offense, but that's barely a rowboat compared to the Sea Monkey. Well, now, that was a ship worth talking about. I don't so much care for chatting with the folks in town. Most of them just sit around telling tales about the... I'd just as soon tend them a fire and stay out of trouble. But if you're looking for excitement, you should stop by the Scum Bar if you haven't. Here's a little free advice, though, chum. Stay out of the way of the governor's guards. No, I know they may... You what? A ship, you say? Ooh, this could be serious. What's with this useless thing, anywho? Yikes! Don't...
The fanciest place on Melee Island. Before I could get inside to meet Elaine, I had to subdue a pack of piranha poodles. They're actually quite cute when they're sleeping. Pirate leaders have pretty much staked a claim to this river. I can't think of anyone who'd want to argue with them. From here, they dispense wisdom to wannabe pirates.
Hey, you leave that skull alone. He's got a job to do. Hey, you leave that skull alone.
What business do you have with us now? Speak up and be quick about it. Aye, that they be. They've got their own pirate lord nowadays.
I told you not to use his name. It gives me a toothache.
You'll have to forgive Murray. He and the governor had a falling out a while back.
Missing, it was an act of theft and wanton dismemberment, and one day I shall... Of course, these gullible fools may think of him as a legend, but I am not. However, the customers and I have formed an eternal bond. They will never let me leave, not unless... I am Murray, the demonic talking skull. Oh, pirates.
Ha! Pay no attention to that blowhard. He left...
At least I can remember my own name. Not... And one day I shall return to the waves, to a...
Sure you will. Telling jokes, hurling vile insults at pirate wannabes, and enthralling folks with tales of skullduggery and misdeed.
I'm just here for the insults. You stink, ugly.
We're still workshopping some of our material.
I am no mere decoration. We are the esteemed skulls of scum.
Aye, this be a place so foul, even the roaches have to hold their breath.
And half the customers will run you through just for the fun of it. What's not to enjoy?
In all my centuries, I've never found a better place.
Oh, don't you dare start blubbering.
that skull alone. He's got a job to do.
Leave me be! I'm too tired.
What are you looking at me for? A drink? Well, you could wait for the cook to notice you, but that could take all day. He has been rushed off his feet ever since word got out about the legend of Monkey. He is convinced if he can find the right combination of ingredients, he can create a signature. Well, I heard he'd hired an assistant, but anyway, if you want grog, just find a mug and sneak into the kitchen. That is what we all do.
Hands off! That key's for official town business only.
Leave me be! I'm too thirsty for small...
Ahoy there, fancy pants.
The only general store on Melee Island. The storekeeper gets a little paranoid around pirates. Then again, I did kind of break into his safe once. Maybe he's got the right idea.
Those are fuses. You just put...
Hey, get your own snacks, you thieving pirate wannabe. Those'll burn a hole in your tongue.
What business do you have with us now?
Hey, you leave that skull alone. He's got a job to do.
Card.
Are you a visitor? It's been so long since I've had anyone...
That's fresh stock. A history book detailing the... That's a cute stuffed toy modeled after the three-headed monkey of Monkey Island. Very popular with kids. Hey now, supplies of the Legend of Monkey Island. Gold's no good to me. If you want to buy something, you need to cough up pieces of 8. Preferably... Nope. The Tri-Island Chamber of Commerce specifically banned gold-based transactions. I heard there was this one ship where the crew... Well, anyway, only authentic silver pieces. What do I look like, a career advisor? Come back. Oh, and before you ask, I am fresh out of treasure maps. Hey, that transaction has been concluded. I got my cargo, you get your chance to schmooze with everything else will cost you. If you see something you like, just ask me about it. What parrot? What parrot?
That's a special order. Keep your hands off the display cases. I just polished them. Oh, so you're the new cook for the Scum Bar. Well, the costume was never paid for. There's a chest over there you can use to change clothes. Free of charge for paying customers. What? Turn my back so you can pocket whatever's in my safe? Now that's a special order.